Hello YouTube! My name is Zombie Maiden, and we are playing Divine Divinity. This game is at least 20 years old now, and yet I still love it. It holds up so well. The characters are funny, sassy, you have the stereotypical you are the chosen one storyline where you have to go and save the world. And there's just a lot of loot. It's loot, loot, and more loot. And I love it. You can even take chairs if you wanted. Chairs. I'm not kidding. You can literally drag and steal chairs from people's houses if you wanted to. I love this game. I can't help it. My friends, they insisted that I do some videos on this, so here we are. You're gonna hear me gushing about this game left and right. I will not apologize. So, let's get into it. You get 3 starter classes. It doesn't particularly matter which one you choose, because you can intermix them no matter what, which is great. The only thing that matters is what stats you want. You got male on the left, female on the right. I personally like the female characters better. I'll let them talk for themselves.
They say there are only 2 ways of living for a poor girl on the streets. Prostitution or starvation. I took the 3rd way. I steal from the rich and give it all to my poor self. At least in this corrupt world, I'm a hero to myself.
Yes, the classic thief.
Who says men are stronger than women? I bested the village blacksmith at wrestling when I was 15 and killed my first man in a fair fight less than a year later. The land sickens. It needs a woman's strong hand to restore it.
They call me a witch because I'm a woman, and an enchantress because I'm pretty. Damn them! I deserve as much respect as any male wizard. The land is sick, and in using magic to heal it, I'll earn their admiration.
So, as you can see, you got your rogue, warrior, and mage classes. Like I said, the only thing that really matters on this screen is your starting stats, and you get 2 starting skills. Meteor Strike is not a bad skill, especially if you're going for a mage. I personally don't use Bless. That's me.
Who says men are stronger than women?
Yes, my dear.
I bested the village blacksmith at wrestling when I was 15 and killed my first man in a fair fight less than a year later. The land sickens. It needs a woman's strong hand to restore it.
God, I love this. I tend to go with warrior more often than not, just because vitality keeps you alive. It is your literal HP. You get the repair skill for free. You really only need 1 level in it anyway, so you might as well just take it. And Elven Sight is just nice in general. And then you got the rogue who has lockpicking and the ability to identify. The identify skill, not bad to have, especially if you don't want to pay merchants to identify things for you. But by the flip side, they can pay, you can just pay somebody to identify an object for you. So, do what you will with that knowledge. I usually pick it up anyway, but I'm also usually drowning in money by mid-game. So, yeah, might not be worth it. You can change the portraits. So, you can look like normal blonde person, really gruff, angry, kind of redhead blonde, cherry blonde, maybe. I like this portrait personally. Obviously the mage would be a redhead, and then the rogue has dark hair. It doesn't really matter what you name your character, because you will never be referred to by name, which is even more amusing. You know what? I don't know what to name my character. You know what? Sure. Heck with it. Why not? I personally prefer easy mode, but I'll go normal. Hard mode is kind of just annoying, quite honestly. But we'll do normal. So, you start in a basement. Just a random basement. And you're like, what the heck? Why is there broken sandals? Why is there a minor healing potion sitting here? Why am I essentially naked? Here's some free cash. And you're just like, oh look, a free knife. I'll take that. Why not? But really, you're given no context. There is a cutscene that plays when you first install the game and play it for the first time. I love that cutscene, but graphically it unfortunately does not hold up. It's very pixelated. That's a good word to put it. It's a very pixelated image these days. If I can get it to play again, I might post that later, just so people can see it. I still think it's a cool cutscene, despite it having some graphical glitches in today's hardware. And yeah. So let's just hop to it. Let's go up the ladder and see what we're dealing with. I'm gonna steal this. So there's health potions over here. I want this. That is just books. I don't care about that right now. More paper. Any healing potions? Nope. Okay.
Ah, my friend. You're awake at last. How you feeling?
So, this is Joram. This guy saved your life. Great fellow. And I'm gonna tell you right now, before you do anything else, if you're gonna play this game, you can go two different ways. You can either be the nicest person on the planet, or you could just be a total jerk. I recommend the first one. If you are a total jerk, it is just going to make your life so much harder in this game. Not even joking. So, there is a reputation system. And there is a point system for whether people like you or not. Very similar to The Sims. You want the score to be as high and as close to positive 100 as you can get it for people. The closer they are to that number, the nicer they will be to you, the more likely they are to give you discounts for their goods if they're merchants, more likely to just be, useful. If you're a jerk to everybody, you're going to run into a lot of problems, and some quests require you to play nice with people. So, heads up. But, hey, if you like it difficult, be a jerk to everybody. It's amusing.
My name is Joram. I'm one of the healers here. As to how you got here, well, it's an odd tale. 3 days ago, while I was searching for some herbs on the edge of the forest, a small white cat drew my attention. I mean, it actually seemed to want me to go with it. I followed it cautiously and literally stumbled over your unconscious body. I immediately brought you back here. It was lucky for you that cat was watching out for your interests a little longer, and you'd have been food for the cats.
Yeah, for some context, the cutscene that I was saying was too pixelated to really, appreciate in today's technology era. You get struck by lightning out of nowhere while fighting an orc. That's how you end up unconscious, and how you end up in here. At this place.
You're welcome. And don't be glum, whatever your problems are. If I hadn't found you when I did, with the help of good fortune and a cat, you'd be stone dead by now. We healers have a saying, as long as you've breath, you've reason to be happy. You're in my house in Alaroth, a small community of healers. In normal times, this place would be bustling with activity, but things have been rather quiet due to the recent troubles.
Well, what troubles are you having?
You mean apart from the orc bandits infesting the woods, and the fact that we've lost contact with the source? Well, Our leader, Mardanius by name, seems to have gone... How should I put it? Well, he seems to have gone as crazy as a loon.
Oh, Mardanius is nuts. That's always charming.
Yes, that's the only way to put it. He's constantly raving about dark chambers and evil spirits, and he thinks everybody is a servant of the dark powers. If I didn't know any better, I'd say he's been possessed by a demon. Of course, that can't be true. Nobody has gone down with possession in centuries.
Ah, yes. First choice of the entire game. You can say, huh, that's weird. Well, anything I can do to help? This will make your arm happy. Otherwise, you can say it's not your problem and that it's all in Mardanius' head and clearly he's nuts. In which case people will be like, sure. They don't really like that response.
Well, that's good of you, my friend. And I don't want to sound rude, but we are, after all, professional healers. If we can't help him, I doubt a simple adventurer could do better. And then again, so far all our efforts of curing him have failed, and the man is in constant mental pain. Maybe strange illnesses must be cured by strange methods.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet you all the game in this universe. I'm willing to bet all the gold in this universe, Dram, that I can fix the problem.
Follow the street outside my house, a little bit to the south, and then go west. His house is next to the old well. Before you go, I couldn't carry your belongings with me when I brought you here. Feel free to take anything you find necessary from my house. We healers believe in sharing what we have with the needy.
If you're anything like me, you probably are gonna take from him anyway, regardless. Don't tell him that. Just be nice and say thank you. Otherwise you're gonna make him mad.
Oh, you're very welcome. You can always repay me later if you feel in my debt. Perhaps you should pay George a visit. He has a small shop and could provide you with some basic gear for a reasonable price. But I'm sure an adventurer like yourself will find ways of making enough money, even here in poor Alaroth.
Where is George?
He lives in the southeast of the village, near the gate.
Awesome. Okay. So, Dram's house. Woohoo! Yeah. I really need clothes. That is what we're wearing. Or not wearing. Yeah, we got pretty much nothing. We got 25 gold to our name, 2 health potions, and 2 daggers.
Mardanius, my poor old friend. What are you doing outside?
What? Who? Oh, it's you, Lanilor. I was... Ah, he will come. The end is upon us.
Shaloi, you're raving, Mardanius. You must take more rest. Come, let me take you home.
But Nemesis is near. We must be vigilant. We must be pure. We must behave. Oh, what did you say, Lanilor? Rest? Oh, yes, I could try to sleep. If only the voice in my head would be silent.
Oh, I love this quest. So, you just follow him down south. Past all this fun stuff.
Mardanius, my friend. Did you drink the herbal tea I prepared for you?
Oh, look! Here they come! Oh, begone, foul creatures!
Oh, dear me. Come, Mardanius, I'll feed you the medicine myself.
Doom and destruction! What? Huh? You! Oh, Thelion Hashnitor, the Lord of Decay! Oh, begone, foul demon!
No, it's me, Lanilor. Oh, come, let me make you some more of that hot tea.
I will not drink your foul brew, Theliran. Do you really think you can fool me? Taste my power! No, Mardanius, no! I am Lanilor!
Lanilor! Elf popsicle, anybody? Oh, stranger, please rescue me from this icy prison. It's getting too cold to bear. I don't know. In a few hours, you'll be a nice ice sculpture. How can I help you? Only Mardanius can negate such a powerful spell. You'll have to get into Mardanius's house and convince him to rescue me. Please. I think I'm dying. I love this response. 7 gods, do you think I'm a fool? I know better than to strike up chats with a mad magician. Okay, he's clearly freezing. Let's just help him out. You come over here. You see the well? Go down the well. While you're down here, kill the rats. Free XP. Locked barrels have to be destroyed. I strongly recommend you do not have a weapon in your hand because it will get damaged. You just give it a good smack and there you go. Oh, hi skeleton. Ah! Put the weapon away. Steal Mardanius's money. Ooh, mana potion. Thank you. Oh, I missed a rat. We will save all the housemaids of these rats! Where's the other one? Come here. Okay.
I can't use that.
No kidding, I'm trying to get the key, dang it. Thank you. Put weapon away. And grab the money. Nothing in the barrel. You know, I do appreciate this game actually tells you when there's nothing in the container. Really saves you from having to, you know, be disappointed.
Brilliant!
Yes, absolutely brilliant. Now let's steal all of his alcohol. Because it's free money. Nothing in those. And nothing over here. And nothing over here. And now we break into Mardanius's house. Hold! Do I know you? What are you doing in my house? No, you don't know me. I got in through those stinking cellars that smell of boiled cabbage. Lanilor asked me to ask you to unfreeze him. You see, he's getting rather cold. Boiled cabbage? Ah, the taste of... You're not an agent of Theliron Hashinator, are you? I'll destroy you, creature of darkness! Where's that spell? No, no, no. Lanilor. You know, your elven friend, pointy ears, needs your help. You've frozen him, and now he would like to be unfrozen? What's that smell? What? Lanior? Lanior! Where is Lanior? Speak up, stranger. I'll have you know that I control mighty magic and can kill with but a word. Is that boiled cabbage I smell? He's just outside. Please, calm down a bit. Thank you, stranger. I thought I was never going to get out of that prison. Bah. My feet are still numb. 7 gods. My toes have gone blue. Let me rub them. Ah, it hurts. The blood is returning. Ha! That is better. Now, what can I do for you, my benefactor? Well, first of all, are you okay? Oh, don't worry about me. I am already feeling better. We elves recuperate fast, you know. The first thing to do now is find a way to help Mardanius. The man is raving, and it's only a matter of time before he starts hurling destructive spells at shadows or passers-by. Look at what he did to me if you don't believe what he's capable of in this state. Well, what is wrong with Mardanius? I have no clue. He started behaving like a madman several days ago. Since then, it's only been getting worse. Some of the healers here believe he's possessed by some demon. I simply don't know. Demon, huh? Aye. It's not as far-fetched as it sounds. It's only recently that some healers have ceased to believe in demons, but intellectual fashions aside, hellspawn do exist. Fortunately, they are also very rare in this world. Mardanius is constantly muttering mysterious things, and his personality has changed dramatically. Those are typical signs of demonic possession. So, that's fun. Well, what can we do about it? Well, if the demon theory holds water, the catacombs beneath Alaroth might provide a clue. They'd be the most likely source. Places of the dead are spiritually closer to the non-corporeal realms, such as hell. Go figure. Well, where's the catacombs? Only a few people hereabouts know it, but there's a huge cavern system running beneath our feet at Alaroth. Some of it is an ancient dwarf working, but most of it is natural. Several years ago, Mardanius went and explored down there. Alone. When he came back, he sealed the entrance and warned us not to go down there ourselves. He wouldn't tell us about what he found down in those pits, but whatever it was, it scared him. He once mentioned old catacombs and evil spirits to me, but he would not say anything else. Well, how do you get into it? Thankfully, Lanior actually knows. I've only discovered about that recently. During one of his trances, Mardanius mumbled something about the catacombs and facing all the dragons to the north. Other than that, I'm afraid I've got no clue. Well, as you can see, Lanior's score is currently 70. He is helpful. It's great. And for the fun of it, tell us about Alaroth. Mardanius founded the healing community of Alaroth. His goal was to unite healers of all the races so that we might further our skills with mutual studies. And there you have it. I'm not going to talk to Mardanius right now because he's kind of cuckoo, and I don't feel like playing that right now. For the sake of your knowledge, this is where we ultimately need to go. I'm going to bring up my little mini-map. So, this is the 4 statues that they're referring to. We'll come back to that in a minute. I want to see George.
You can't do that. I need the stuff right now. Look how my hands are shaking.
You didn't pay me for the last delivery, old man. From now on, it's gold on the barrelhead before you get your herbs. Understood?
Please, I'll pay you as soon as I get the money myself. I haven't had many customers because of the damned orc raiders in the woods, but I'll sell something soon, I promise.
George, don't waste my time. If you don't have the gold to pay me, you don't get your herbs. End of story.
Look, perhaps I'll tell my colleagues about your little secret, huh? You wouldn't like that now, would you? Please! Just a little bunch on credit, I'm begging you!
Look at you, George. You're pathetic. Send for me if you get my money before the cold shakes get you.
What are you staring at? Out of my way! I like to just say he has a nice hat. Welcome, adventurer! Please, come in! Take a look around! I've got the finest wares in the lands! The best prices, too! Well, what the heck was going on? Oh, the fellow that just left is one of my suppliers! We were just arguing about some goods I ordered. He always increases his price when it's time for him to hand over the goods. Damn swindler. Yeah, that, must have been pretty important if you're so upset. Now, that's none of your business. Fair enough. So, are you a healer as well, George? Yes, George is a healer, but he is retired from that trade. I've seen enough belly wounds and gangrene to last me 2 lifetimes. Nowadays, I just run this little emporium. Now, you look a handy type. Care to run a little errand for me? There's a discount on all my wares if you help me out. I recommend it. Yes. Listen, I'm in need of a special herb called Drudane. There's some in Lanielor's garden, but the damned elf doesn't want to give it to me. You know elves, tight-fisted as dwarves in their own way. Anyway, give me a bunch of those herbs, on the quiet, if you catch my drift. I'll make it worth your while. It's worth it. There's really no reason not to. Alright, but how do I recognize those herbs when I, see them? I'm not an herbalist. Aye, that's plain enough, friend. Ouch. Rude much. I'll show you a handful of it I've got in my bedroom. Enough to give you an idea, but not enough for my purposes. Worst luck. Hi, bunny. Now, if you're like me, now's the time to grab everything. Because he's not in the room, which means he can't see what you're doing. Ooh, stamina potion. I may or may not actually need that. Chainmail. And then the key comes down here. If I can get my mouse to behave.
Yes!
As you can see, it says need ID level 2. It's not identified. Same with the knife.
There it is, next to the table. Don't move it. It's very fragile.
Yeah, he's not kidding. Don't move it. Don't pick it up. Don't touch it. He's not joking. Yeah, that's a bunch of books. Not really worried about that. I'd very much like to have the chest. But quite frankly, it's not actually worth it. It really isn't. Come out of the room, George. Come on. God, this guy just hovers over you. Right? Still here? I was kind of hoping you'd be fetching the Drudane for me right now. Fine. Fine. I'll go get the Drudane. Jeez, dude. Chill. Anyway, you run this way. North of Mardanius' house is Lanielor's. Just come over here and just ask him if you can have some herbs from his garden. Simple as that. Can I take some herbs from your garden? Certainly, human, if you think you know what you're doing. Just remember, some of those herbs are very potent and therefore dangerous. And that's all you have to do. That's it. And then you go over here to the west of his house and you find his garden. And guess what? Drudane. Heck, grab all of it. Doesn't really matter. You only need one for the quest, FYI. So, you got some free little empty flasks over here. Kinda worthless at level 1, but if you get into potion making, they're quite worth it. And then you just run all the way back down here. And you give him the herbs. You tell him it's dangerous and he's like, huh, what would the elf know about it anyway? And there you go. Done. Easy quest, right? Now, I'd like to hoard all my emeralds. There's really no reason to, quite honestly. Same with the alcohol. I don't drink any of these bottles in this game. It does not benefit you to do so. So, sell them. It's free cash. And I'm honestly going to sell the flasks while I'm at it. Give me the money. Go back in. If you click this up here, the little magnifying glass, he can identify. So you scroll through, and you find anything with blue numbers. Ouch! Level 1 is 150? What the heck? Oh, I think it's just a hard 150. I haven't done this in so long. I need the armor. The armor is more important. That was crap. That was not worth it at all. What the heck? Really, George? Really? Not cool, dude. Anyway. Yeah. Might be a good idea to save the game before you do any identifying. Might be worth it. I also need to decide if I'm gonna be more of an archer or if I'm gonna go melee. I have a preference for archery, which means I'd have to go heavy on the agility. But it's never a bad idea to have strength either. Yeah, see, I still have 7 Drudane. Can I sell these? George, will you buy this Drudane? Because I don't need this. No, of course not. Well, you know what? At least we have some kind of clothing now. There, keep your Drudane. Now, you've seen a bunch of rabbits running around. You need the XP. Just do it. And there, we have our first level. If we open statistics, we see our stats, our experience, and what we need for the next level. So we need another 8,000 experience. It's either you need 8,000 more or you need to reach 8,000. It's usually one or the other. I'll check on that in a little while. We'll have our answer pretty quick on that. Strength affects how much you can carry, what you can equip, and how much damage you do when it comes to melee. If you're doing mage, strength is really not that important because it's melee. Archery, it can have some importance just because some of the bows require more strength. So that's something to factor in. Same with armor. Armor does still have strength requirements depending on what you wear. So even as a mage, depending on what you wear, you may still need some strength. Agility affects the items that you can equip. I mean, yeah, of course. Duh. It's also the accuracy in combat and your ability to evade. Extremely important, especially if you're going to be a warrior. It's also fairly important if you're going to be an archer, because you need to be able to actually hit something. So, might want to consider it for a mage. Again, not as important, but if an enemy gets close to you, it might be nice to at least have a few extra points in agility, so you might have a better chance at avoiding death. Intelligence is the obvious one. It's how much spells you can cast. It's your mana. That's point blank easy. And Constitution is your health and stamina. So, red bar down here, health. Yellow bar, stamina. Blue bar, mana. Easy. There's also resistances. And not vital first thing in the game, but as you progress, you're gonna want to pay attention to it. I don't see a ton of lightning attacks, but there are traps that use lightning. Fire is more common, especially with the lizard enemies later on. Poison, there is spiders and bees and wasps. They all do poison damage. It's annoying. They're everywhere. I would consider it. Spirit resistance, I would not worry about that until mid to late game. You're not going to run into that nearly as often. That's mostly your ghosts. Anything that's more spectral. But, yeah, it does exist later in the game, and it can get a bit annoying. Tells you how much gold you have that you're, actively carrying. Tells you your weight as well. Oh, so that's that. And then we got the skills. So, you got skills for mage, survivor, and warrior. I highly recommend you come over here and click the show all skills button so you have an idea of what to expect. I am not going to indulge in these skills on this page. I personally see no reason to. The only one I usually grab if I am doing warrior or especially archer is the freeze skill. It can really save your butt in a pinch. It's great. Here's identify. Again, the skill that everybody's like, maybe not. Don't know. Might not be worth it. I have access to lockpicking or Assassin's Kiss, which I am not going to use. Assassin's Kiss is backstabbing. You take a dagger and you go poke. It just increases the damage. So, if you're not going to be somebody that's running around with a dagger all the time, I wouldn't waste your time with Assassin's Kiss. And then Trader's Tongue, it just gets you better prices, which can be useful. I know of at least one way of getting a skill point in this for free later. There is sometimes armor drops that will give you a skill point in this as well, as long as you're wearing the armor. So keep an eye out for the armor. If you find something that has it, maybe just keep it in a chest somewhere, and when you need to actually deal with a merchant, just bring it out, slap it on, trade, and then take it back off. Done. Path of the Divine over here is late game. You will not have access to it until part 2. So, don't stress about it right now. Might be worth saving 1 or 2 points later in the game if your character is in a good spot, damage-wise. Otherwise, you'll see what that's about later. All of the grayed out skills I do not have access to right now because I just don't meet the level requirements. So, Poison Weapon. I have to be level 8 to put my first skill point into that. Same with all these other ones. There's different level caps. No creature, required level is 3. Way of the Warrior is where you're going to find the Archer and Warrior skills. And as you can see, I have a skill point in Repair already, as denoted by this little red line. I only ever put 1 point into Repair. That's really all you need. It's not the best. It's not going to repair it to 100%. Current level 1, it only goes to 60%. So, if you have a weapon that is a durability of 3 or less, it's basically a waste. but later on you will find weapons with higher durability, and it'll at least keep your weapon going. And it only requires like 1 or 2 mana, so it's really worth it. It's worth having that skill, and you don't need any additional levels in it. Just saying. Most of the other ones in here, for at least Warriors lore, so stun can be useful. That being a passive is very nice. Yeah, augment defense would be useful for physical warriors, but like the poison damage is applicable only to melee. Same with the fire damage and the lightning damage, and honestly, even the repel damage. Like these 3 right here for sure is only applicable if you are fighting with an actual blade or a mace, something up close and personal. If you are an archer, don't waste your time. It just won't work. Enchant weapon, don't worry about it right now, but you do want to worry about that later. Despite the name, it is used to enchant your armor as well. So you'll find orbs later that are known as charms. They come in a few different colors. Red and white are like among the most valuable. Hold on to those if you find them. I will point them out if I find any. God, I hope I do. In which case, hold on to them. Do not waste them on chintzy crap armor. Don't do that. 1, your armor has to have charm quality for it to even work. But 2, if you put it on something that you're probably not going to use long term, it's a waste. You can't undo the enchantment once it's there, so. But early game, don't even sweat it. Don't worry about it. Most of these other skills, I am not going to worry about. I think I honestly don't know. I will come back to this in a minute. I need to think. I need to think on how I want to play this character. I prefer archer, but I might go melee. Where's all the rabbits? Rabbit! Kill all the rabbits you find. It is free XP early on. Ignore the red dots and the orc sounds outside. You don't want to meet them right now. Saw you. Yeah, the mini-map, very helpful if you're looking for enemies to beat on. Very helpful. The rabbits linger about. Come here. Saw you. Get back over here. Oh. Hi, Jerome. I did not know you actually came out of your house. Well then. Greetings, adventurer. My name is Jerome, and I'm versed in the arts of healing. May I be of service to you? Ah, Jerome, one of the lizard men. Well, tell us about the healing arts. Woe. Woe to us all! All that the power or healing has fallen away from us. The source is tainted, and even my shrine has been infected by evil. The source? I've heard of it, of course, but I don't actually know what it is. The source is a stream of pure energy, human. To cure a serious wound or disease, the mind of a healer has to leave his body and become one with the flow of the healing power. So, the shrine's been infected, huh? My shrine provided healing gems for the sick, human, but now it will not recharge these precious stones. There is only one charge left now. Well, what are you going to do with it? I have in my care a wounded soldier. His name is Simon, and his hurts could be much aided with this healing gem. Well, why don't you just use it then? Otho, the dwarven healer, is treating another wounded soldier. Using up the healing power of the last gem on either one of them would be condemning the other one to die. Our vows prevent us from making such a decision. We must not cause a life to be lost, even by inaction. Well, that's a contradiction. If you can't actively harm somebody, I get that. But if you're not supposed to cause a life to be lost even by inaction... Dude, no matter how you slice it, you are breaking your oath, technically. But, hey, whatever. Let me use the power. I'll fix your problems. Ah yes, ask it yourself, human. The shrine is a magical entity, so it may speak for itself. You will find the shrine just outside my house. Yes, it is right behind you. I can see it. Ah yes, the shrine. The name is Fenwellis. Fenwalfus. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's not voice acted, so I don't know its proper pronunciation. But he is a servant of the shrine. And he's asking if we want to be healed. And yes, we do. We want the gem. Now, do not use this gem. Because what we are going to do, if I can remember which house has it... Is it this house?
The door is locked.
Yeah, no kidding, Sherlock. Bear with me. One of these houses is what I need. Okay, I think I know. I think it's the house over here. It's been a little while. I don't normally think about this. Alright, come on, move. Get over here. Thank you. Give me the key. This is probably the wrong house.
Yes!
Now that I think about it, this is definitely the wrong house. I will take that though. Free bludgeoning weapon. I always get these houses mixed up. Every bloody time. Actually, hold on. If I come over here, I can get the key to the other house. Grab that. And we come down here. Ha! Get in here. Still not the right house, but eggs. I don't use these! I'll take the cheese though. Ooh, free healing potion as well. Very nice. I do not want to go over there, because then I will have to fall down to the floor, and I don't want that right now, so... Moving on. Yes, this house. Okay. That is a mirror. Pick up the mirror. There's a book over here that tells you about the mirror. Ah, yes. And it's written by Mardanius, no less. So, unfortunately, most of the pages of this book have been torn out. Maybe Mardanius did this by himself in his madness, so the evil forces shouldn't profit from his great knowledge of magic and magical artifacts. Only one section is complete and makes sense to you. Magic mirrors are far more common than any other objects made by magicians. The making of magic mirrors was once part of the earliest education for young wizards on their entrance to the magic school or circle. You can use the magic mirrors to duplicate certain magical gems. Unfortunately, the magic mirror must be destroyed during this ritual, so you will only get one chance at successfully completing the spell. So, how do you use a magic mirror? It's very simple, my faithful pupil. First, you have to find a small natural pool, deep enough to submerge the magic mirror completely. On being covered by the water, the magic mirror will vanish completely. Do not be alarmed, this is part of the magic. When the mirror vanishes, simply drop the magic gem you wish to duplicate into the same pool, and the magic will do its work instantly. The copy will be perfect in every way. Use your magic mirror wisely. But one word of warning, there are far more false magic mirrors in the world than real ones these days. I've only ever seen the one, so it doesn't really matter. So you come all the way back down here. Make sure you've grabbed your gem from the healing shrine. And we are going to go south of Jerome's house, which is the one with the stone fence, by the way. You want this pool of water. Now, you can do this either way. I've noticed it does not bug out, which is nice. You can throw the gem in first, and then the mirror, or you can throw the mirror in first, and then the gem. You just drag it over there, and you drag that over there, and voila. Hello, Betsy. We'll come back here in a minute, just to save us time. Okay, come on. Continue killing the rabbits as you find them. Again, free XP. And we're gonna follow this. For context, this is Jerome's house right here. Landlord's house is this one. We're gonna take the path behind Landlord's house and go north. This is Otho. Otho is a jerk. I don't recommend talking to him, quite frankly. Tell him he looks like a great healer. Doesn't really help ya. And honestly, I don't recommend talking to him very much. Because he doesn't like humans. He's kind of a jerk about it, actually. So, come over here, steal everything you can without him noticing if you can. Don't worry about Verlant here. We're gonna heal him. Just come over here, talk to him. Don't tear my fingernails out! I'll cooperate! Please, let me live! Oh, poor guy. What is your name? Please, do you promise to stop them beating me? Calm down, boy. Nobody's gonna beat you. My name is Verlant. Please, don't hit me. Please! Be at ease. You're just dreaming. It's cool. Please, don't let them come back. I've promised to cooperate. So, this is one of the soldiers. This is the one Otho's taking care of. Just give him the healing gem. You get XP, you're like, yay. You talk to him again. You can see he's admiring you. He is full 100. He loves you. I don't know how I can ever repay you, my friend. All my wounds are gone. I'm still feeling a bit tired, so I think I'll stay here for a while. But thank you. Thank you so much. If you're ever in Veritas and you need help, come and see me. Awesome. Note, now that he's out of bed, if you take anything, he will notice and be upset. Keep that in mind. You can tell Otho you've healed him. I still wouldn't do it right now, though. We're gonna run south, go back to Jerome's place, and I promise there is a reason why we did it in this order and didn't heal this guy first over here and then go to Otho, because we have to come back over here anyway. So, the other guy is Simon. Take whatever's in the cupboard. It's a free helmet. Take it, love it, wear it. Introduce yourself to Simon. God, I'm burning with fever. I'm shaking all over. God, I don't know how much longer I can stand the pain. What's your name? My name's Simon. Tell me what happened. Perhaps I can find a cure for your ills. Ambush. Orcs everywhere. Most of us were butchered in the first minutes. I was hit by a poisonous dart. Damn those green-skinned bastards. I think they've killed me. Just give them the gem. See, you get more XP, you get another reputation point. I can't believe it. The fever's gone like a morning mist. Oh, thank you, my friend. And there you go. You have saved them both. Now, time for our reward. Come over to Jerome. Tell him you fixed the problem. We've healed both patients.
Brilliant!
And he tells you, oh my god, that is great. Here, let me teach you some healing arts, since you've clearly deserved it. So not only is Jerome a little more happy with you, you also have the first level in Restoration, which is a healing spell. For free, without spending any of your skill points. So I highly recommend it, because Restoration is one of the easiest skills to get in this game, because there's so many ways to get it. And half of them, it's just not even using skill points. It's great. So, you can come back up to Otho if you really want to. Tell him you fixed both patients. He'll be like, huh, okay, cool. He's a little happier with you. Don't say anything else to this guy. Don't try to take any of his stuff. Don't come over here and kill his pigs. This guy is unforgiving. Just leave him alone. I have nothing to do with him unless I am in desperate need of something he sells. That is it. I do not do anything else with him. I refuse. Oh, see? There's more rabbits right there. It's so much easier when they just stand still. And before anybody breathes down my throat, no, I am not for animal violence or any of that. It's a video game. I am literally here just for the XP, the experience, to level up. That is it. I do not... No. Just no. Just throwing that out there in case anybody thinks that in their head. Check out all the corners. You can come over here. Read the tombstone.
Here lies the late, unlamented Jake. No flowers, especially not from my wife. Signed, Jake.
And you go right next door to his wife's.
Here lies Esmeralda, wife to Jake. May she rest in peace. Huh. Somebody's added a line on this gravestone. Good riddance, signed Jake.
Yeah. Let's just say, don't touch the flowers. That's all I can say. So, for now, I will just come over here, and I'll open the way to the catacombs. This is pretty dumb and easy. You just click on the statues till they make that click sound, and then you're good. That's it. That's all you have to do. Wait, friend, I have something for you. What is this? I've searched through the belongings in my house and have found this artifact. It might help you in your quests. I would like to give it to you as a token of my gratitude for all you've done. It looks like a pyramid. What does it do? This pyramid is surrounded by a strong magical field. There exists an exact duplicate of this pyramid artifact somewhere else in Rivlon. If you operate this pyramid correctly, it will teleport you to the duplicate. You mean if I use this, I will be shot across the land like a squeezed grape pit? Yes, in a way. But you will come to no harm. Think of it as traveling across many leagues in a single step. The pyramid will come in handy if you ever need to get well away from a dangerous situation in a hurry. The pyramids are also the perfect way to travel over long distances. Well, where's the other pyramid? Don't have a clue. That's the answer. No idea. So in other words, you could literally end up in the middle of an orc camp or at the bottom of a river. But hey. So there we go. Gotten a few things out of the way. Let's see. We're still level 2. There you go. There's your answer. Next level is 8,000 XP. So, next level tells you the exact amount that you need to be at. Experience tells you where you're currently at. So, we need 1,000 more XP to level up. Cool. I will decide somewhere between now and the next episode how I want to deal with this character. But we have opened the way to the catacombs. We have saved Lanelor from being a popsicle. We have found out Mardanius is insane, probably due to being possessed, more than likely. We have saved the lives of 2 soldiers, and as a result, learned the restoration skill for free. I think we're doing really well. Oh, and we gave George Drudane to help him with his fix. So, cool. I will see you in the next episode. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. I'd love to know your opinions. I absolutely love this game, so if you're aware of it, if you've played it, or if you're curious how I'm playing it, let me know. I am more than happy to chat about this. I'm gonna shut up now, because now I'm rambling. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.